your English lesson today, the learning objective is, can I understand what a non-chronological report is? So what is a non-chronological report? A non-chronological report is a piece of text that isn't written in time order. They tend to be non-fiction and they give information on subjects or events. Now, the purpose of a non-chronological report. Why do we write non-chronological reports? Non-chronological reports don't have to be read in any order. Non-chronological reports aim to give us information on a topic. They are written to give other people information. They are useful for studying things that we don't know a lot about. Now, in terms of the structure, how they look, they are written in paragraphs. They have within them an introduction, a main body, and the final paragraph. And these types of reports, the non-chronological ones, contain specific features. So what is in a chronological report, what you may find in a non-chronological report may not be found in any other type of report. Let's look at some examples of non-chronological reports. So you have one over here about Thomas Edison. As you can see, you have a picture of him, so you can easily see who the report is about. You have his name, when he was born, when he died, the main body, which has a lot of information about the person you are writing about. You have a little fact file on the side. So if you want a quick fact about Edison, you can look on that side of the report. And then you have closing paragraphs as well. So that is a really nice structured non-chronological report. This is one about castle defences. So you have there an introduction about the non-chronological report. You have pictures with labels. So that is a really, really good idea because it's a really good idea to have pictures anyway, but then to label them makes the reader understand why that picture has been included. You've got your subheadings over here as well, so you know what the paragraphs below the subheadings are about, and you've got a little did you know box there with a nice little fact. So remember, a non-chronological report does not have to be read in order. That's the beauty of a report of this style. So if you want to look at the picture first, you can look at the picture first. If you want to read about what weapons were used to attack castles, if you want that to be the first thing you read, then you're more than welcome to read that. Whatever you choose to read first or last, everything will still make sense. So you can decide for yourselves the order in which you wish to read your non-chronological report. Here is another one about giant pandas. So you've got a nice little picture there of the panda. You've got an introduction telling you what the non-chronological report will be about. And you've got your subheadings separating the report really, really nicely. So you've got one paragraph, which is about habitats, or not paragraph, one section, which is about habitats. You've got one section here, which is about the diet, so what giant pandas like to eat. And then lastly, you have habits, or not even lastly, actually, there is a little did you know section at the bottom as well. So pretty much all of these non-chronological reports have a nice little did you know at the bottom of them. So that might be a nice addition to your own reports when you write them. So as I was saying, habits is mentioned in the report as well. So what the giant pandas do, their actions, their behaviour. So this is another way of laying out your non-chronological report. So we've had a little bit of a glance or a talk about the non-chronological reports that we've seen thus far. What have you noticed about them? In the next lesson, we will be going over the features of non-chronological reports. So we will be looking at them in a lot more detail. We've had a little bit of a whistle-stop tour, a little bit of an introduction into these reports, but next lesson we will be going into more detail when it comes to seeing what is included in these types of reports. So let's have a look at our new text map. Here it is. I will read it out to you. It is about Boudica, queen of the Iceni tribe. Have you ever wondered what makes a good leader? Read on to find out more about a famous leader who led her tribe in a rebellion against the Roman Empire. Who was Boudicca? Boudicca was the joint ruler of the British Iceni tribe who lived in a region of Britain now known as East Anglia, with her husband Prasutagus. Under Roman law, Boudicca, as a woman, had no right to inherit her husband's property. Prasutagus hoped to safeguard Boudicca's position by making an agreement to leave half his property to Rome. In 59 or 60 AD, Prasutagus died. When Boudicca attempted to defy the Romans who had come to seize her property, they had her beaten and attacked her daughters. Physical characteristics. Boudicca was a very tall woman with a mass of long red hair. She had fierce eyes and a harsh voice. Boudicca was a lady who was noticed. That's Boudicca riding into battle. And some fast facts about her was that she was born in Britannia. She died in 60 or 61 AD. We're not entirely sure which year, but it was definitely one of the two. And other names that she is known by is Boudicca, Boudicca, and Budug. Those are the names that she is also known as. Boudicca's army. Boudicca rose up and staged a rebellion against the Romans. She brought together tribes to fight against the Romans and tried to force them out of Britain. Boudicca led many attacks against the Roman army and Roman villages. Her army greatly outnumbered that of the Romans. It was in her final battle that Boudicca met with defeat. Although her army was large, they were not as skilled and as organized as the Roman army. Boudicca exemplified a great leader. She was fierce, brave, and fought for what was right. And then a nice little did you know? The name Boudicca means Victoria or victory. So that is your text map, this topic. Now, some key vocabulary that is in our text map is the following, and we will go through them now. My turn, your turn. Battle. A battle is a fight between two groups, or it means to fight or struggle against. Rebellion. That means to fight against the rules, to disobey authority. Attack. When you hurt someone or you cause harm. Defeat. That is to win against someone or to beat someone. Romans. The Romans were an empire that invaded England in 43 AD. Agreement. This means to come to an understanding. East Anglia. That is where Boudicca and her family lived. Right, boys and girls, I figured out how to say this correctly. Iceni. This was the Celtic tribe led by King Prasutagus and then Boudicca. Boudicca. She was the queen of the Iceni tribe. Prasutagus. Prasutagus was the husband of Boudicca and the ruler of the Iceni tribe. So, now we come to our 3 tasks for today's lesson. Task number 1, complete the sentences given using the vocabulary words that we have just defined. So, the sentences are, number 1, was the queen of the tribe. Number 2, her husband made a deal with the Romans. Number 3, she led against the Roman army. Number 4, they fought against the Romans. And number 5, unfortunately, Boudica's army suffered their final. So using the keywords that we have just gone through, doing my turn, your turn, you are going to complete those sentences that I have just read out for you. There are 5 sentences in total. Once you have finished task 1, task number 2 is to create your own definitions of the meanings of the words in a way that will help you remember it better. And then task number 3, once you have created your own definition of the words, create new sentences that include the vocabulary words. So once you've defined them in a way that you're going to remember them a lot better, you're going to put those words into sentences. So Boudica is a key word. You could put Boudica into a sentence by writing, Boudica was the queen of the Iceni tribe. Try and come up with something that has not been mentioned yet in our lesson today, if you can. And then once you have done all your work and posted it onto Tapestry, you have completed today's lesson. So that is all from me for your lesson today. Enjoy, and if you have any questions or concerns, then you can message on Tapestry, email, or wait until the live session. I'll see you very soon, Williams class.